and welcome to yet another episode of Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. I am in place where the beach is near me. I'm in Mombasa. There could be a little bit more of noise, but please try and focus on what I'm saying, not on the things that are happening around me. I don't have my mic with me, but I really just needed to share this message with you. So karibuni sana. Thank you so much for exercising patience with me as I take my sweet time to record and to post this video. Sometimes my weakness gets in the way, and I hope that you've been well. I hope that you're keeping safe, and most importantly, I hope that you're being productive in every aspect of your life. Happy new month. I know I am like what 12 or 13 days late, and I'm so sorry that I am 12 or 13 days late, but happy new month. It's a month of December. I really appreciate the fact that we are in the last month of this year so that we can move on to the next year and even do greater things in the next year. So my prayer for you this year, even if it's coming in a little bit late, is that my prayer for you this month is that this month will bring you joy, it will bring you happiness, and it will bring you good tidings. There will be good cheers, good memories. That overall this month would be great for you. I've been well, and I thank God, totally thank God for it. I've been in Mombasa for the last, I think, a whole week now. I've been working on a project, and I thank God that everything that we set out to accomplish has been accomplished. And it's time to go back home. I'm going back home today, and I'm really grateful to God for taking care of me and for taking care of my team that has been here for me. Or rather with me. Well, for me also, but also with me. So this week something happened that brought me to doing this video. I was joining my faith with someone to pass their exams. I was joining my faith with a fellow believer, a friend of mine. We were prayed. We were all armored up with Bible verses to keep our faith alive and active. And he still failed his exam. Yep, he failed his exam, you guys. This was an important test, and we had really placed our trust in God. And to be honest, after he shared the news that he had not passed his exam, I was not shaken. Honestly, I didn't feel sad. I didn't get disappointed, and I stood my ground that he was still a winner. That even if he had failed, that he's still a winner. Of course, I sounded silly. Even to myself, I sounded funny, even to myself, even as I said it. I was sounding unreasonable. I was sounding like I'm being, too spiri for any earthly use. I was sounding too spiri for any earthly use, and I was just sounding funny by standing my ground and telling him, you're still a winner. Oh, you haven't failed, even if it looks like it, you haven't failed. The guy failed his exam, people. But until Sunday morning, which is today morning, when I listened to a sermon that helped me understand why I had taken that position, it helped me understand my position, helped me understand why I was not shaken and why I was not totally disappointed. The preacher gave a story about Joseph. I know. And when he started, I was like, really? Not Joseph again? Like, seriously? Haven't we already milked everything that we can from this story? Like, honestly, I almost clicked next. Yeah, without the Holy Spirit, I'm not necessarily the best of person, but isn't it amazing that God's words comes alive every single time we hear it? Yes, even the millionth time. And I like the fact that I'm shooting with my front camera, that I'm looking at myself. So you guys, don't get distracted. You focus on what I'm saying, and I will try to not focus on myself as I say what I'm saying. Anyway, we all know the story of Joseph. We know that he dreamt, that he shared his dream with his father and his brothers. The brothers got jealous and they sold him to slavery. And also that he ended up in jail after obeying God and not sleeping with Pharaoh's wife. And while in jail, 2 other men were jailed with him. There was a Pharaoh's cupbearer, and then there was a Pharaoh's baker. Only God knows what these 2 cartoons had done. I mean, maybe the baker baked a cake that was not moist enough, or labda chapo zake haziko around. And then he was like, jail him, lock him up, put him in the dungeons. His chapatis need to be round. Forgive me. But anyway, while in jail, these 2 men each had a dream of his own, and they each needed someone to interpret the dream. And Joseph did. He interpreted the dreams, and the dreams, the the dreams came true, or rather the interpretation was actually true. When Joseph was interpreting the dream, he told the cupbearer that when he had been finally restored as as Pharaoh's cupbearer, that he would put in a good word for him so that Joseph can also be released from jail. But happy. This guy went on, was restored, and he kept his mouth shut for a whole 2 years. He just kept silent and did absolutely nothing, said absolutely nothing, which was pretty disappointing. So 2 long years, Joseph was still in jail, and until one day Pharaoh himself had a dream and needed a dream interpreter. And then the cupbearer, 2 years later, mentioned about Joseph to the king. And after that, Joseph went on to interpret the dream and then went on to become the second in command in Egypt. So you can imagine. You see, the thing is, if Joseph had been released immediately after the cupbearer was restored, probably he would have gone back to look for his father and for his brothers, and he would not have been in Egypt when the king needed a dream interpreter. Something that I have learned this week, or maybe I have learned it before, but it has sunk in this week, is sometimes smaller doors kidogo, smaller doors will remain shut in order for greater doors to open for you. Let me repeat that. Smaller doors will remain shut in order for greater doors to open for you. And yes, the smaller door may have seemed like the best thing that could have happened after non-stick and non-scratch pans and hot and suvrias. I mean, the smaller door could have been something that is really important to you, something that you really thought to be greater, and something that you thought that this is it. Like, if this happened, this would be it. This would set me up for life. But for as long as you're a believer, God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you can imagine, all that you can hope for, all that you can even dream for. God is able to do as exceedingly, abundantly above that smaller door. Imagine, that's a God that we serve. And I like the verse in Romans chapter 10, verse 11 that says that everyone, not some people, not some that are like this, it says everyone who believes in him, everyone who believes in God will never be ashamed. Yes, it seems like everyone else is advancing. It seems like everyone else is, doing better than you. I mean, doors are being shut on you left, right, and center. But I challenge you to know and to believe that God has a good plan for you. I challenge you to know and believe that God has a good plan for you. To know and believe that it will work out for your good. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to know that for as long as you're in the perfect will and purpose of God, that you're always a winner, always at the front. Even if you seem to be losing right now, even if you seem to be failing in your exam right now, you are still in the course of the greater plan that God has in store for you. You are still in the greater plan, in the course of the great plan that God has in store for you. And there lies my challenge for you guys, and for myself even, to know in your mind, to believe in your heart, that no matter what is happening, no matter the current situation, no matter what is happening right now, that you are still in the course of the greater plan that God has for you. And He is faithful. This is our God. He is surely faithful. He will not fail you. He will not shame you. At the end, you will come out the winner. Believe it. You will always come out the winner. And that is it from me today. It's been a great pleasure sharing this message with you. I do pray that my friend who did not pass his exam will be encouraged by this, that you are still in the course of the greater plan that God has for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for focusing on the message, not on the breeze and the noise that I can hear myself. Thank you for, subscribing. Do share this message, comment, and stay tuned for more. Ciao, guys. I love you guys. Until next time, have a good week. Bye.